Hey, what's up, Lonely Bulls? Back in BGC. How's everybody doing? It's a Wednesday evening here, about 5 o'clock, something like that. It's really nice out, actually. It's not hot, not real humid. It's been 2 days now without any rain, so that's nice. So I want to talk a little bit about dating here in the Philippines, and specifically here in Manila. So while we're chatting, I'll show you the people walking by here. I call it the parade. It happens about 4 o'clock every afternoon here. All right, so we're on High Street in BGC, Bonifacio Global City, which is part of Taguig. This is arguably the most expensive city in the Philippines. It's right next to Makati, and so you'll see a lot of Western flair here. It's kind of a bubble. I've called this a bubble many, many times before. You see a lot of foreigners that live here, not just Western foreigners, but Chinese, Koreans, Japanese that live here in these high-rise condominiums. But you'll see a lot of the Filipinos that are professionals as far as working, maybe bankers, maybe lawyers, maybe actors and actresses. They all live in this area here. And this place here is called High Street. And it's probably about not quite a kilometer long, but it runs up and down, north and south, past the avenues. And it's kind of a neat area. It's really family oriented. If you want to get into something more singles and more fun, you got to get up to Uptown or on Forbestown here in BGC, or go to Makati or some of the other cities in Metro Manila. But this is High Street. Hello, how are you? It's fun when I got the camera going. Everybody's friendly. So you'll see a lot of foreigners here, and of course, obviously Filipinos and Filipina. A lot of beautiful Filipina ladies here. But as far as dating here, you're going to find it a little different. It probably leans more on the western side of dating than it would if you were in some of the smaller towns or the provinces. So I just want to warn you about that if you're planning on coming here, or if you're already here and you want to hit that dating scene and you're looking for those young, beautiful Filipinas to date. It's going to be a little more difficult here in a place like BGC or even Makati than it would be in the provinces, just because they're probably professionals and making money already. They're not looking for quote unquote a sugar daddy to take care of them necessarily. They're not in need of that money to take care of their daily needs like possibly a province girl would. So you might not have the luxury of saying, hey, I'm a retired Western foreigner, expat, living here in Manila, and I make 2,000 US dollars a month. You want to date me? It might not be that easy a thing, because, to be honest, they may not, that 2,000 a month may not be what they're accustomed to. So just to be on the honest side of things, so dating a Filipina in Metro Manila, and specifically in places like BGC and Makati, may be a little harder than you might expect. All right, so we're going to take a walk. So we're heading north on High Street. So you can see, if you haven't seen much of High Street before, see how beautiful it is. A lot of greenery, Big sidewalks, big wide sidewalks. No traffic going north and south as far as automobile traffic. All the traffic is east and west. So you'll see here. But you'll see the big condominiums, the big business district. It's kind of a business district, but it's also a residential area because you've got a lot of condominiums. So you've got a lot of people that live here that are maybe foreigners or Filipino that live here that make good money, that make decent money. So that's why dating's a little more difficult here in BGC. So you'll meet a lot of very beautiful women, very upscale, gorgeous Filipina. But if you're just that dude that's here and you're older and you know, hey, Jeff, how's it going? All right, sorry about that. So I'm trying to remember where I was here. So yeah, if you're just that dude that's 65 and recently retired and thinking, oh, I'm going to move out here to the Philippines because I'm on a 1,500 US dollars. Hello, 1,500 US or 1,800 US dollars a month in Social Security, and I can't afford to live in the States. So I'll come out here to some Asian country where it's cheap to live, and there's young Asians or Filipinas here in this case that I can date and feel like a king. It's not going to be that easy here in BGC or Makati. And the main reason is that your $1,800, although it goes a lot further here in the Philippines than it does in the States or the West, isn't that impressive to the Filipinos who live here in BGC or Makati for that matter, some of the areas of Makati. They're used to that. So that's not going to impress them. And that, coupled with your age gap differences, you're going to have a lot harder time to finding that girl that will date you unless it's transactional. So there are those transactional cases where you'll find a girl online, and I'm going to do a video here in the next couple of weeks about dating sites and what Asian women are looking for now. As far as a study that was done by one of the major dating sites, I'm going to do that video here in the next couple of weeks or so. But for right now, if you're that guy, if you're that old guy who makes a minimum Social Security salary and you're living off that, that's not going to impress them. They're not going to be that impressed. Now, you'll have those occasions where you will find those diamonds in the rough, so to speak, because maybe they're here working, they're from the province and they're here working, and they probably don't live in BGC proper unless they're a home care worker and they're a live-in. Then they probably live in the condo of their employer. But if they don't, they're probably living in Taguig or Makati or somewhere close by, and they travel here every day to go to work. So you may get lucky with someone like that is here in BGC, but doesn't have a lot of money. So that $1,800 a month in Social Security that you get may impress them. But that's not going to be the norm here in BGC. Now, BGC is a beautiful city, beautiful place to come because everything is clean. There's no smoking in the entire city. It's just, it's like New York and San Francisco without all the garbage and the crime. There's zero crime here. it's just a really neat place to come to and to live. But unless you're pocketing a lot of money, you got a nice pension and you got a big savings, you're probably not going to be impressive. Hello. You're not going to be impressive to most of the Filipina that live here or work here. Just saying, I'm just keeping it real. So what you need to do is you need to look for, if you like living in the city life and you like living in Manila or Cebu, go to a place where you've got a lot of province girls that live here and work here. Like in Makati, there's a lot of call centers. Quezon City, there's a lot of call centers. Hello. There's a lot of areas where you've got a lot of province girls that come here to work and do what they need to do to make a living and send money home to their family. I'm not talking about Angeles City or P. Burgo Street in Makati where these girls are freelancers or work in bars. That's not what I'm talking about in this video. I'm talking about honest to goodness working girls who work at department stores, work at grocery stores, work in call centers. Their English is good. They make an income. They support their family back home in the province. They do what they can. They're honest to goodness working girls, and they're the they're the salt of the earth, so to speak, here in the Philippines. Those are the girls that you can find here on occasion in Metro Manila or Cebu or Davao City, some of the bigger cities in the Philippines. That's who you need to look for. That's where you need to go and look for these girls. That's what you want. If you got the, if you've got the green and you're able to have that sort of lifestyle here in the Philippines, then go for it. I mean, what the heck? Why not? If you've got the means, you can find these girls here. But if you don't, if you're the average Joe that's just living, Social Security check to Social Security check, $1,800 a month or whatever it is you make, and you come out here because it's cheaper to live, I don't blame you. I mean, that's why I'm not moving back to the States, because I couldn't afford it. With my pension, I couldn't afford to live there and have the lifestyle I have now. I mean, I could go there and live, but I wouldn't be happy. Everything's just too expensive. So I choose to stay here. That's one reason. Another reason I choose to stay here is because I really love it out here. And I love Asian women. So the women here are beautiful. I love the food. And I love the fact that being in the Philippines is a nice location because I can travel anywhere in Southeast Asia and do it super cheap. Where if I lived in the States and wanted to travel somewhere out of the country, it would cost me a ton of money. Here in the Philippines, I can travel round trip to Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam for under $200 round trip. So this is a great location to be at because you don't have to worry about the cost of living as much as I would if I was in the States. And I can do the things I like travel and eat good Asian food. And I love that. And being here in BGC or Makati, I have that opportunity to not only have good Asian food, but good Western food here also, because they have that available here. But as far as the dating is concerned, if you're a guy that's coming here to look for girls to date, or to look for one girl to be in a relationship with, or one girl to date, relationship, marriage, that's your goal, and you're on a limited fixed budget, BGC might not be the place for you. Makati might not be the place for you. You may need to find something more in the provinces or something in the smaller cities, which might be a better fit for you. Not saying you can't here, but I'm just trying to keep it real and let you know that this might be a secondary option for you, if that makes sense. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate that a bunch. Put in the comment section if you have any comments, what you think. I'd appreciate that here too. And let me know if you already live here, what your experience has been like dating here in the Philippines. I would love to hear that as well. We're on Forbestown right now. Forbestown is more of a, I would call it a singles area. This is kind of a neat area. You got some really nice luxury high-rise condominiums here where you get a lot of the higher class people that live here. But you'll see a lot of singles come out here, especially on the weekends. And they're going to be here to mingle. They're going to be here on dating other singles. But you'll see a lot of the younger single crowd here. So if that's your thing, Forbestown Road is definitely the place for you to be. A little more expensive, a little more high-end. Hello, sir. Lots of Grab drivers around here. Grab is the Uber of Asia. So if you're not familiar with Grab, that's one of the first things you need to do when you land here in the Philippines or anywhere in Southeast Asia is download the Grab app. It'll be a lifesaver for you. But so, yeah, so, if you like a little more upscale, like spending a little more money, but seeing a lot of beautiful singles here, Forbestown Road is the place for you to be. They've got a lot of really nice bars and restaurants, a lot of high-end. Look at the doggies. Beautiful dogs. I gotta see if are those retrievers or Pyrenees? Golden retrievers? Oh, they're beautiful. I love them. Thank you. Got those puppies. DGC is a very dog-friendly community. They're everywhere. So this is a fairly new place. Service area, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But it's kind of a dinner and wine place. They got it's on the corner, so they got a lot of room here. A lot of nice outdoor tables, indoors as well, upstairs as well. This looks like a new place that's going to open soon. This BGC is growing. COVID kind of put things on hold for a while, but now everything's back. This is fairly new within the last year or so, called Dr. Wine. So if you really want to wine and dine your girl, come out here to Dr. Wine on weekends. It's a fantastic singles bar. A lot of singles go there. A lot of high class. So dress accordingly. Dress to impress. And go in there and have yourself a nice glass of wine and check out the sights here. Woo, windy. Hello. How are you? I am. Yeah. Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Want to try it?
I'm going to do a little tour. I'm meeting some friends over at the reserve.
Nice to meet you, Tracy.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, they are here. walk back to the reserve. They've got a deal. You get 5 beers and an appetizer for $3.99, which is under $8. So that's a pretty good deal if you like beer and appetizers. And their appetizers are okay. They're not top drawer, I wouldn't say, but they're good. Their salmon is good. They've got tofu and quail eggs and chicken skins and chicken and gravy. I think those are the 5 choices that they have for appetizers for their happy hour deals. So, yeah, I need to do a video of. I need to interview Filipina and ask them about dating here in the Philippines. I think that would be a good video. So leave in the comment section if I should try to do that. I think it's harder than it appears. It's hard to get them to give real, true, honest responses to questions about dating, especially dating foreigners when the foreigner is the guy doing the asking the questions. I don't think that, the Philippines, they don't like to cause any problems. They don't like to stir things up. So they may not give you completely honest responses to questions. They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So, but as you can see, beautiful Filipina here in BGC. If you're not here yet, what's holding you back? Why are you waiting? Come on out to the Philippines. It's more fun in the Philippines. We have a good time here. It's only Wednesday evening, and already things are happening here, as you can see. Hello. Just checking them out. Uh-oh.
Let's see, come on.
Oh, we got tripped up by the little dog. All right, right around the corner. So this is Burgos Circle. Not to be confused with P. Burgos Street in Makati. This is family fun. P. Burgos is definitely adult entertainment. But they've got some neat places along here. They got good. So the reserve is where I'm going. And we're going to get that 5 beers. Hello. How are you? 5 beers for $3.99 with an appetizer. So I'm going to sit right here, plant my butt while the lovely ladies move on. If I was with my single friends, I'd probably invite them to sit with us and have a couple of drinks. But since I'm not, I'll wait for them. They'll be here shortly. So we can continue to have a conversation if you'd like. Set this up on the table. Hello. How are you? You're on YouTube. That's fun. All right. So the dating scene. So we kind of covered everything here. Province girls are probably your best bet if you're not rolling in the cash. If you've got a ton of savings, you've got your crypto's blowing away. You're off the charts with your stocks and your crypto, and you've got money to burn. Basically, if you got FU money, you can come here to BGC and a lot of places in Metro Manila and Makati especially, and really have a good option of girls to date here. Beautiful, beautiful girls. But if you're on a limited budget, a tight budget, a fixed income, retirement, that sort of thing, BGC may not be your option. But I got to tell you, there's a lot of options here in the Philippines, a lot of different places. Province girls are possibly, arguably, the best choices you could have because they don't have that westernized attitude a lot of the times. So they're looking for someone to take care of, someone they can love, someone they could be with. They will do everything for you, cook, clean, whatever it is. They will do what it takes because you are their guy and they are completely dedicated to you. So as we end this video, I just want to say that there's no real stereotype of the type of women here in the Philippines. Filipinos come in all different shapes and sizes and attitudes, just like anywhere else in the world. But on a whole, speaking in generalities, I think you're going to have your best options here in the Philippines than you would anywhere in the West. Just the women in the West have just gone batshit crazy for the most part. And if you're like me, you're done with that. You don't want anything to do with that. You want someone that you can love and respect, and they love and respect you back. And they understand the roles of a woman and a man. And I think you'll find that here in the Philippines or pretty much anywhere in Southeast Asia. If you're an older gentleman and you're looking at a younger girl or younger woman that you want to date or possibly marry, the Philippines would probably be your first choice. Here in Southeast Asia, Thailand would be another option. I'm not so sure about other places. Vietnam, probably not a good choice. Their age gap isn't as large as here in the Philippines or in Thailand. There are always those possibilities. I'm not sure about the other countries. I haven't really visited them much. I've been to Singapore. That's a high-end country, so you're probably not going to have much luck there. But I just want to tell you that these people are out there. These women are out there. Don't automatically go, if you're 65, 70, don't automatically come here thinking you're going to date an 18 to 20-year-old. It doesn't necessarily happen. You see it on the videos, you see it on YouTube a lot, but it's not the norm. It really isn't the norm. The norm I see are expats who are in their 60s and 70s, and their Filipinas are in their 40s and 50s. That's the norm I see. Maybe even the 30s. That's more likely going to be looked at favorably, not only with their family and friends in the West, but also for Filipinos here in the Philippines. Just because you see old guys dating young girls doesn't mean it's accepted. There's a thing called chismis, and that's kind of gossip, and they'll talk about you and your girl behind their back. And it may not affect you, but it'll affect the Filipina more because she has to live with that family. She has to live in that community, in that barangay, in that province. So anything they say about her is going to affect her. A couple of things. They're gonna be talking about the age gap. And that's a big thing. Why is she dating this old man? Oh, it's only for the money, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're going to say. Even if the girl loves him, that's not what they're going to say. They're going to say she's dating him for the money, she's a gold digger, blah, blah, blah. The other thing they're going to talk about is the fact that not that he's looking at younger girls, but the fact that she's desperate because maybe she's in her late 20s or early 30s, and a lot of places here, a lot of the provinces here consider that If you're not married, you're an old maid. So that may be an issue as well. So she's feeling pressure to find someone. So just be careful when you come here. If you're in an LDR or long distance relationship right now, just understand that just because you've been talking, chatting every day and FaceTiming, 3 or 4 times a week or whatever, that doesn't make you two a real couple until you're actually here and you're actually living here, not just visiting for 2 weeks. You're actually living here and you're together.